Hey, good evening, everybody. So I've been in hibernation kind of a little bit. I've been sick and finally I'm starting to feel like myself again. It's been a little crazy around here. Still having to work, that's what has to happen, right? You gotta work. So anyhow, I just wanted to check in with you. Hey, Whitney, how you doing? I just wanted to check in with you and just let you know that I'm here and I'm not going anywhere. But I did want to talk to you a little bit about clutter. I do have an upcoming webinar, and it's about how to declutter your headspace. But I just wanted to talk to you about 5 ways that clutter hurts you, because I know a lot of people are dealing with a lot of information overload from work, and you know how just things, life gets in the way. You've got your family life, you've got your work life, you've got your personal life or outside of it. Maybe you're trying to start a side hustle, but you've just got all of this stuff going on and you don't know where to start. Anyhow, what I wanted to talk to you was just how clutter does hurt you. So it keeps your focus on what is wrong in your life instead of focusing and being grateful on what you already have. So do you take time in the morning or before you go to bed to actually be grateful for the things that you already have? Like your home, your car, your job, your family, your friends, people who love you. The little things really are important. They're going to sustain you going forward, but you really need to be grateful for what you already have so that you can start attracting in more things that you're grateful for. You'll get more things like that being attracted into your life. It also encourages bad spending habits. This is something I can speak to. So years ago, it was a really big thing for me. I loved shopping. Shoes were actually my biggest thing. I used to have over 100 pairs of shoes, and I kid you not, I never wore all of them, but it was like I had this thing where I would go out, I had to go in, I would find a pair of shoes, I would buy them, and then they would sit in my closet, and maybe I'd wear them once. So I learned over time that if I'm going to wear what I have in my closet, I actually have to become a little bit more of a minimalist. And that's not a bad thing, but for me, being a minimalist is really just loving what you already have and pairing it with what you already have. And if you need something or want something new, if you've got something in your closet that you don't use, don't wear, switch that out if you're bringing something in new. Another thing that clutter does, which hurts you, is it increases your stress. So of course, yes, we all have busy lifestyles, and stress is part of that. Stress is not a bad thing. It's actually not a bad word, because stress keeps you on your toes. It keeps you working, keeps you focused. However, stress that I'm talking about is when you're stressed about how you're going to pay your bills. You've got so many things to do. You don't know where to start. You don't know how to get everything done. That's the kind of stress I'm talking about that really actually makes you feel sick, and it can make you sick, actually. Stress really can make you sick. The other thing is that it leads to bad choices in your diet, which in turn can make you feel sick and sluggish. So again, if you're not feeling good about yourself, you're stressed out about life, you've got so much clutter going on in your head that you just start reaching for things in your pantry. Actually, you went to the grocery store and started reaching for things that you didn't need. You actually had a list, and you walked down every aisle and you found something. It was like a shiny penny on the floor. Well, you found something shiny on the shelf and you picked it up, and you didn't need it, but you did, right? And a lot of the time we do this when we're hungry. So when we go shopping and we're hungry at the same time, we end up buying things we don't need. And again, then when we get home and we're stressed out, we start eating the things that really aren't good for us. They don't serve our bodies well. Our body is our temple, remember that. And the last thing it can do is it can derail personal relationships. So you're stressed out, you have a lot of clutter going on, and maybe you have really stupid little fights with your significant other or friends, family members, really that aren't important, but at the time, because you're so freaked out about everything going on in your life, that, well, you have an argument with someone, you can even have a falling out, which is really sad because that can happen. That happened to me, actually. I can speak to that with one of my brothers who's 2 years younger than I, and I am really sad because it kept me away from two amazing young men that are my nephews. I didn't see them for 8 years. I didn't talk to them for 8 years. I missed the biggest part of their life growing up from, their early teens into their early adulthood. So I kick myself for that because it was so stupid over something so trivial. It wasn't important. But I was dealing with a lot of stress, clutter, all of that. And, I just made some stupid choices and I regret it. But I'm really happy to say that I'm repairing that relationship with my brother. And I am super happy for that. So, again, as I was saying, there are 5 ways that clutter can hurt you. And they all are little things that go on with our lives that it just happens. So as again I said, it makes you focus on things that are wrong in your life instead of what's good in your life, and so you're not grateful. It encourages you to spend unwisely on things that you don't need. It increases your stress level. It leads to bad choices in your diet, and it can derail your personal relationships. So again, as I was saying, I am actually going to be hosting a free webinar on May 2nd, Thursday, May 2nd at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, so that if you have any kids, you can put them to bed, or you have any things that you want to get done, you can get those done, and then we can just spend some time together. It's free. I really would love to help you declutter your headspace so that anything that you want to do in your life, whether it's start a new business, whether it's, just getting your life right, I want to help you declutter your headspace so then you can start thinking right, get your mindset in the right place so that you can start doing all those things. So thanks for tuning in. Thanks, Whitney. Love you, girl. Can't wait to see you soon. And for all of you that are listening back, I hope that you connect with me soon. Have a great evening.